Hello everyone, it's Sean and welcome back to the show. Today I got a little treat from off of eBay, just something random I figured I would purchase and see if I could repair. This being a toy from the 90s, actually if we look at the bottom, it's dated 1995, 96, and 98 Nintendo Creatures Game Freak TM, or trademarks of Nintendo. A whole bunch of trademark information. The last date on there being 1999 Tiger Electronics. So probably around 1999 this was made. Maybe early 2000s. Very early. Requires 6 volts to operate, so that's 4 times AA's or LR8, LR6. Can't really make that out. Made in China. Anyways, a Pokemon game essentially is what this is. Not a little kickstand on the back to keep it from toppling over. But it no worky according to the seller on eBay, and I figured, well, why not get it onto the channel, see if I can repair it, and just make some fun content out of this. Now, I don't know if there's any batteries in it, but I suppose, you know, first things first, as always, we'll take the cover off, we'll give this a good inspection, and we'll see what's going on. You know what? I choose you, Pikachu. These battery terminals don't look to be in too bad a shape at all. I mean, I'm not seeing any corrosion whatsoever. So I don't think the issue is going to be with the battery terminals. Now when I shake it, there's something kind of rattling in there. I don't know what that is, but I suppose we'll just go ahead and remove these next, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws and see if we can get this bottom piece off, and then inspect it from there. Back plate removed, we can kind of see underneath the printed circuit board we got a lot of old capacitors, or at least a few electrolytics in there. Still haven't quite figured out what's doing that rattling sound. See several LEDs. We can see the tactile button sitting here, what operates the game from the push of a button through the membrane to whatever pad is underneath it. Several more posts and screws and we can get this board out, but I suppose for right now, since we got it open, I might as well just let's see if we can hook 6 volts up to it and see if we can get it to turn on ourselves. Get the leads plugged into my handy dandy DC power supply over here. Get it turned on. Get the current up just a smidge. We'll get it up to roughly 6 volts, 6.12 volts, and that should be enough. Let's hook this up, because we do have access to the actual post underneath there. Well, hold on a second. I saw a light. Let me get this bent upwards. Okay. Let me get this plugged back on. Alright, so I am getting a light that says on, off, and we have screen. But it doesn't seem like the reset button or anything else is working. Oh, wait a second. It just reset. And it's working. I'm not hearing any sound. Pikachu, go! Oh, there goes sound. I'll tell you what, we'll just, this appears to be working. I don't know, maybe the lady whoever was selling this was using some dead batteries, but I'll tell you what, either way, we'll take it apart and disassemble it and take a greater look at all the innards. Well, now that I got it apart, I don't know completely what to make of it, but I think I got a fairly good idea of what's going on here. I also had to look up the instructions for the game as well. But, you have your different buttons, where it can be depressed, and they're passed down here. All this is in pretty good condition. The only thing I see is kind of janky is this white thing you have at the top here. Now, the game is supposed to detect movement, so when you turn left and right, and I believe that rattling sound is a little metal slug or ball that's sitting in here that moves around and makes contact over some of these pins. We can see where they're soldered back here. Some of this is rather janky, if I'm being honest. Not really soldered well. That's about the best I can make out with this. Regardless, down here is all of the controls, what provides the user functionality to the device. The screen and most likely the primary brain box, I assume, is going to be some form of blob chip, whatever you want to call it. Is going to be on this upper end. So the chip on board, or cob, and with it working, I kind of don't want to take that end apart. I think now that I've seen it, I'm going to kind of put it back together, hook my DC power supply back up to it, feeding it 6 volts, and just see if the tilt function and everything works, because it was just listed as non-working. So I don't know what that technically means. Maybe I can reach out to the eBay user and just say, hey, was this not turning on, or what was broke on it? Let's go back and look back at the listing. So I purchased this item on 29 December, as you can see there, for $5. Won the bid, plus $8.25 shipping. There goes the device. And here is the description. 90s Tiger Electronics Pokemon Pokeball handheld LCD Nintendo game, non-working. This item does not work, just for parts repair. Check out my other Pokemon listings. Okay. Well, let me see if the tilt function and stuff like that works. And if it does, then I suppose I'll just clean this up a bit and get it back together. Alright, so I messaged the seller and haven't gotten a response back yet, but let's walk through this really quick. On button works, there it goes. And that ball in there does affect the lights. So essentially what happens here, we have game 1, high score, alright, whatever, stage 1, get ready, catch 15 Pokemon. So here goes whatever Pokemon it's running around, right? And here goes our ball. As we tilt this, you can see that the idea is to get the ball to catch it, and then it moves around, and once it's in the center, if it'll ever get in the center. I missed it. He was there for a second. Missed it again. Maybe I need to tilt it. Yeah, I tilt it. Okay. And then catch it once it's in the center. Alright, so you're tilting it around to get your LED to touch its LED, which then starts the battle mode. And then once it's caught in the center, it you can cycle through all the, different things about it. Bio, hold down this. But anyways, once you catch it in the center, you press both buttons at the same time and you've caught the Pokemon. So again, there goes us, there goes whatever that thing is, which I'm pretty sure me saying that is going to upset some people, not knowing. Come on now. Alright. Oh. There we go. Yep. Psyduck. Okay, there you go. 2'7", 43 pounds. Strength 4. Okay. Now stop scrolling when you lift up from here, so I guess you just gotta keep whatever. Anyways, stupid device. So that being said, this thing works. So what we're going to do, so I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to clean up a lot of the soldering points. Well, let's actually take that little device apart, what has that ball in it, and just kind of peer in there, see if we can clean it up too. Let's disassemble this, clean it up, and put it back together, basically is what I'm saying. Well, actually, that came out part of it easier than I thought it would have, but you can see this little metal ball in here, and it is magnetic. And yeah, so that just touches these pins, and as it shorts it out, I guess it knows when it hits in between, it's probably the center. When it hits these two, it probably goes to the outer ring. I don't quite know how that works, because you got that little metal plate at the bottom, so that's going to tell you when you're dead center. And then you got all the pins beside it, so I imagine, you know, it's going to rotate between all the LEDs, but this right here would switch which LED to illuminate. These diodes right here, I bet they're individually fed to different pins. Let's check that out real quick. Alright, so these two affect these ones individually. Okay, this third one here, it's that one. Fourth one is this one. This fifth one down here, and sixth one's there. I guess I'm just going to clean this up then and put it back together, and that will be it. Yeah, I guess I don't quite know what to make of this one. I was hoping for something to repair and ended up not needing anything. So I got a reply from the seller while I was putting it back together. Just asked what was wrong with it, and the seller stated when I put new batteries in it, it wouldn't power on or do anything at all. Sorry, not sure why it didn't work since the batteries worked on a different item. Obviously you see my reply right there. Well, cool. I mean, kind of stinks that it was working. There wasn't anything for us to fix this go around, But, you know, that's not such a big deal. So, well, I guess that's going to do it for this not so much repair video. Anyways, kids are already playing with the Pokeball, so they're getting enjoyment out of it. Anyways, consider subscribing, liking, whatever, if you stuck it out this long. Again, for the more serious repairs and stuff, more videos to come. If you need something repaired, check out my main page, expand the thing like I showed on that short, get to my Google site. Regardless, thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye. Bark.